Hey guys, it's 21 Maxwell here, and welcome to our go home show for the 2003 Royal Rumble. This is the last Smackdown as we hype up the big event. As I say, very pleasing overall rating on Raw with that great 6-man tag, so hopefully we can get something decent here on SmackDown. As I say, there's certainly a lot more star power on SmackDown, and yeah, a lot of wrestlers get an opportunity tonight to showcase what they want to do heading in to the Rumble. So thank you as always for the support so far in the series, and let's crack on with Thursday Night SmackDown on a Friday. So we start off with a hype segment in front of 14,268 at the Verizon Centre. Now it's just a case of a lot of guys staking their claim for the Rumble. We've got Hulk Hogan, we've got The Rock, we've got the Big Show, we've got Brock Lesnar, and we've got Edge, and of course we've got the Big Show's manager, Paul Heyman. And the segment goes across very well, gets us an A-star 98. Also does set up tonight, we're going to see a tag team match, which is going to pit, I believe, Brock Lesnar and Edge up against The Rock and the Big Show, with Hulk Hogan going to be in action next. Overall, very good. A few negatives. A lot of guys interacting well off script. Unfortunately, Brock Lesnar wasn't one of them, but show off to a strong start. What's the angle? Get the crowd hotter. Brock was a real star. And yeah, storyline for the Royal Rumble itself has gained a bit of heat. We start off with a decent matchup, and it's just Hulk Hogan picking up the win over Chuck Palumbo in 6:42 with the atomic leg drop, C plus 69, basically carrying a Hulkster with some momentum even, going into the Rumble. Stamina, declining physical ability for him, negative crowd reaction for Chuck Palumbo, so a lot of work to do with both athletes here. But obviously no Hulkster's going to have a lot in declines, but we'll push him as long as we can. Next up, we've got a video hyping up the feud between Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle for the WWE Championship. Of course, these two will go ahead at the Rumble for the title, and it's just highlighting the fact we've got a contract signing for the title later tonight. So the crowd got hotter, storyline advances, and we get a nice B plus 85. Next up, we've got a 6-person tag coming up shortly, and it's a little segment. I felt like it's something I had to touch on because obviously the past between Tori Wilson and Tajiri, it's just really them getting on well alongside Billy Kidman, just so everybody's on the same page. So it's something I felt like because of the history that had to be addressed. So that was a D plus 53. Kidman still not suited to his gimmick, but we'll keep him with it just now. And the match itself was about that had not a lot of heat and terrible wrestling. It was a team of Billy Kidman, Tajiri, and Tori Wilson who defeated Jamie Noble, Nunzio, and Don Marie in 6:27 when Tajiri defeated Nunzio by pinfall. This was a D plus 49. A lot of poor performances in there. The highlights being Kidman and Tajiri. Nadia also wasn't suited to her gimmick. Of course, the manager of Jamie Noble. Few skill improvements for Dawn Marie, but she's effectively there for eye candy. Really worrying that both her and Tori Wilson both get penalised for poor basics, but we know why they're in the WWE at this point, and we just have to utilise them to the best of their abilities. Next up, we've got Matt Hardy and Shannon Moore together, just Matt motivating Shannon to join the V1 movement and obviously support Matt Hardy. So this got a C minus 51. Shannon was underwhelming, but a good promo hyping up these two together. And Shannon goes to do Matt proud, but a poor matchup. Rikishi defeats Shannon Moore in 6:06 with a Banzai drop. C minus 50, a 60 performance for Rikishi and a 43 performance for the Mattitude follower. Shannon Moore, Rikishi improves in performance skills. So you can see it is obviously building a lot of guys up and getting them a lot of momentum for the people we are going to be pushing. Obviously there's a lot of people that unfortunately do need to take the losses. In this case, an extremely short match. The A-Train defeats Funaki in 2:40 with a derailer. Again, C minus 56. It's just to put the A-Train over. And yeah, Paul Heyman did some good work at ringside. And another match putting people over, about that had subpar wrestling and little heat. In Team Angle, Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin defeat Johnny Stamboli and Canyon in 4:57 when Charlie Haas defeated Canyon by pinfall. Johnny Stamboli was the weak link, but again, just building up and gaining the momentum for Shelton and Charlie Haas to get them over as characters effectively. That's a C minus 57. Haas improves flying skills. No real negatives there, apart from the inconsistency, Johnny Stamboli, and the low experience. Next up, Los Guerreros cut a promo of how one of them's going to win the Royal Rumble. So it was a B-75. Haven't really used Eddie and Chavo as a lot just yet, but it is because we are quite heel heavy on the tag team side of things, and I feel the Team Angle are a bigger project to try and get over quickly. Well, Eddie and Chavo will always be over to a level. Next up, my good matchup, we had John Cena win again. Cena wins, lol, defeating Rey Mysterio in 12:44 with an attitude adjustment or an FU. During the match, we had the big boss man, run in and attack Ray. So B78, Cena with a better performance over Mysterio. As I say, we really are pushing Cena hard, like it was in real life. Basically, here the boss man was obviously down in developmental, but he's come back up. He's going to side alongside John Cena. Who would have thought that? Inconsistency for both guys, but overall a good match at this level. Hopefully one day that will be an A feud, but we're still at early days. And after the matchup, John Cena comes across as a star, but he's got two guys to protect him. B Squared, Hip Hop Hippo, and of course the big boss man will also be making sure that no one gets in John Cena's way. Interesting, obviously there's Bill Buchanan and the boss man had the fine before, so we're just saying that maybe B Squared is called in the boss man to help protect John Cena. Boss man shows more charisma, and B Squared has improved at acting. It's quite cool to use people like the boss man. As I say, I think he passed away not long after this, but as I say, it's a good chance, if he was still here at that time, what the kind of stuff that he could have done. Next up, we've got our contract signing: Chris Benoit, Kurt Angle, and Stephanie McMahon, of course the GM of Smackdown. Let's get a B+84, and the storyline advances. It's just a case of both guys verbally destroy each other. They sign the contract, and then they get into a brawl before security escorts them away. So that's going to be a good matchup, hoping that scores a massive rating. That probably will be the main event rather than the Rumble itself. We then get a verbal beatdown by The Rock, just saying he's going to throw 29 jabronis over the top rope. Carbon copy of his 2000 Royal Rumble promo, but that gets us an A94, solid from Rocky. And our main event was exceptional, and it was The Big Show and The Rock who defeated Brock Lesnar and Edge in 14:38 when The Rock defeated Edge with a rock bottom. B83, the psychology again a massive factor, so we just need to find these workers. It's probably going to have to be Angle and Benoit teaching everybody. But overall, 83 for Edge, 89 for Lesnar, 81 for The Big Show, and then 97 for The Rock. So we are going to utilise The Rock as much as possible until he hopefully never goes to Hollywood in this. But The Rock improves Rumble skills, and yeah, just a few negatives there for Taz and the lack of psychology. So that's probably going to be a B+, but the 83 is nice. So Rocky gets the win. He's carrying that momentum into the Rumble, and then The Undertaker is back, beats down The Rock. Is Undertaker signalling his intentions that he is indeed going to win the Royal Rumble match. So A92 to finish the show, and overall B+87, and that increases our popularity in 31 regions. So we may not have the matches, but hopefully, as I say, the Rock's promo, The Undertaker's return, the promo at the start was enough to carry this to a very good rating and get us that increased pop in many places. So overall, very happy with that. As I say, it's going to take a bit of time to get to the A ratings. We just basically have to get the matches over, but as I say, a lot of guys don't quite have the skill level that we desire them to have. Let's have a look. Both the Road Warriors are away to AAA. Let's have a look and see if there's anything else we really recognise. CMLL, get Just Incredible, Matt Morgan rising, Maven rising. As I say, eventually we'll sign Matt Morgan as well, but that'll take a bit of time. Tiger Ali Singh. A lot of familiar names in there, that's quite cool. What have you done, Benoit? Okay, I can't send him to rehab, which is interesting. He must not have 3 months left in his contract. So with that being the case, they're going to let me back out here to see how long he's got left. Let me have a look. So that's an interesting one. I've not read that, but it's never given me the option of rehab. Let's look. No, Chris Benoit's not due for a contract expiry. Deal is leaving soon, because there's nothing for him. Very strange. Oh well, at least Benoit will still be at the pay-per-view. I can't really suspend him because he's got a big match coming up, so we'll just fine him. Benoit's unhappy, and his personality get worse. Eddie Guerrero's unhappy, Jericho's unhappy, Malenko's unhappy, Bischoff is pleased. This is going to be a fun mod, but hey, adds to the challenge, doesn't it? So it's one thing you have to do though. Drug testing is 20k, so obviously there's a lot of drugs still in it, that's cool. Hulk Hogan doesn't like Shelton Benjamin. Michael Hayes doesn't like Chuck Palumbo. Brock Lesnar doesn't like Billy Kidman. Does anyone like MD in here? But that's cool. As I say, Guerrero, where are they going to go? Do you know, there's nowhere they can really go, if I'm honest. So they'll stay. We'll give them money at one point to keep them happy. But yeah, I'm not overly too concerned. As I say, there is plenty of people in this mod we can bring in. They'll eventually replace them. But yeah, it's good to see that we got, as I say, pop increases everywhere. It's up to us just to maintain way above the 65, but no pressure to get to international. So that's it for Smackdown. As I say, our next show will be the Royal Rumble. If you want to let me know your predictions in the comments section below, we've got who you think will win the Rumble, who will win between Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle for the WWE Championship. The World Heavyweight Championship on the line is Triple H takes on Scott Steiner. We get Christian against an unknown opponent, so again, guesses for that. And if Christian wins or loses, the Fatal 4-Way Tag Match for the World Tag Team Championships as well. But that's all I believe it is on the card at the moment. As I say, if we can fit anything else in, we will. There doesn't seem to be any surprise entrants. It's all the people that are contracted just now. As I say, it says us firmly on the road to WrestleMania. So cheers for watching. Any likes, shares, subscriptions, all that jazz, comments are deeply appreciated. The button to subscribe will be on the screen just now, as well will be the playlist for all previous episodes. So cheers for watching, guys, and hopefully I'll see you next time for the WWE Royal Rumble 2003. Bye bye.